It's number one versus number one. Two number one ranked teams in the Class A state final today here on WPPS TV3. It's Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. This is Steve Schwartz and Dave Levine, joined today by Mike Hoffer from the Forecaster and the Press Herald. Mike, here we go again. This is not the first time that Portland has faced Thornton Academy in the state final.
You know, it's funny, Steve. I was just going to say, I feel like we've done this before. And I know Portland feels like they've done this before. And, you know, I hear faint wedding bells off in the distance. And the question is today, is Portland going to play the bridesmaid yet again? And nothing wrong with being the bridesmaid, but they want to be the bride. They want, at the end of the ceremony, all eyes to be on them when they're celebrating. And it's been so elusive. 22 years, that championship they've been chasing. 5 times in the last 9 years. Each of the last 2 seasons, they've gotten to this game on their home field, and they haven't been able to get the job done. They so badly want that elusive gold ball. You've got to believe they've got a really good shot. I mean, they played so impressively down in Saco back in October, holding that potent TA offense to 7 points. They're playing with house money. I know, and Portland's really been gearing for this game all season, right? Talking to Coach Green way back, even when I was doing my preview, it's all about guys not trying to do too much. Last year in the state game, it was about guys trying to do these big individual things, and it led to mistakes, and that was the difference in a game like this. This year, I feel like if they do what Coach Green and his staff is instructing, just come out, keep it simple, maybe they're going to get the end result they so covet.
Dave, both teams are very evenly matched coming into this game. They were both 7-2 in the regular season. Very, very close in heel points. 134.02 for Portland, 133.33 for Thornton. Both teams 9-2 now, having won 2 games apiece in the playoffs. Portland has some dynamic players.
They do, and it's all based around Louis Thurston. He is the cog for this team. He knows the plays. He knows the offense. He can check out of certain plays, check to a run, check to a pass if he needs to. And then you got Cordell Jones, Aiden McGowan, Lysandro Rodriguez. You've got a ton of players, but the guy I want to look for today is Brody Viola. He's going to be your tight end. He's going to run those seam patterns, and I think there were some shots that they could have had in that first game that they didn't take, and we'll see what happens this game.
Well, we talk about Louis Thurston, and we talk about his football IQ. He said to Travis Lasarchik today that he really has a level of calmness on the field, and you can really see that. He's a thinking player. He knows when to throw the ball away. He's just got 5 interceptions this year against 18 touchdowns, including 6 rushing touchdowns. Let's not forget Cordell Stewart, though, who also has about 23 touchdowns this year, including 15 rushing touchdowns. Aiden McGowan carries the ball. Again, a very potent offense to go with a tremendous defense.
Yeah, they're very well balanced, and really Cordell Jones is that guy. He can run, he can catch, and you'll see him in that Wildcat, too, that they love to use. And he's been throwing out of that a little bit more and more. So it's going to be fun to watch. They got a lot of players on both sides of the field, and we'll see what happens.
So, Mike, the Dogs beat Thornton Academy last year in the regular season, right, and then lost in the state final 24-14. We've looked at Portland this year, and we've seen tremendous depth on their team compared to some of the other teams in Class A North. But when you look down on the field, Thornton has at least a third as many more players. It is a potent program.
No, absolutely. They have the big difference in depth. I think the difference to me, though, with Portland this year is just maturity and confidence, and those things pay off so largely in games like this. Not to take anything away from TA with the talent they have and with their balance and their depth, but I really feel like this game to me is, can Portland just avoid the stupid penalties, avoid the key turnovers? If they do, they've got a great chance. And another player that we haven't mentioned yet that might wind up being a wild card in this game, because he was in the first meeting, Carter Luca, who last year was part of Thornton Academy's championship team. He'd love nothing more than to win a title for the Bulldogs at TA's expense.
Well, he caught that 60-yard touchdown pass that was all the winning touchdown in Thornton Academy this year. Hurt his ankle, unfortunately, and there was a difference in the games after that until he got better. Coach Kizal, a tremendous coach, a successful person. Folks, I umpired games where he brought a team to Bristol, Connecticut in Little League. And we hear he was a world-class skier, I think at Lisbon Falls as a student. And he does not want to give the Bulldogs any locker room fodder. He says the Bulldogs are a dominant team. Coach Green and his staff do a great job. They have athletes all over the place, big and physical. We've got our work cut out for us. They do, but they have Sunderland, Ayub, Benoit, and company.
Well, Benoit, that's all Portland needs to do is hear that name, and then they're going to have flashbacks from the last year. But, kind of like we've talked about with Portland, it took TA a long time to break through and become a championship program. This was a team that knocked on the door for a long, long time before they won on this run. So, if Portland has to look anywhere for some inspiration and know that eventually you can break through, you look at TA and what they finally started to do in 2012.
Folks, it promises to be an exciting game. We're going to bring it to you here on WPPS TV3 next. So here come the Portland Bulldogs after having seen Thornton Academy. There'll be some pregame festivities and coin toss, and we're going to take a break. Dave, I dare say that Thornton may have a bit of a bigger crowd here than Portland. Thornton certainly travels well, let's put it that way.
Oh, Thornton definitely travels well. Their student section is very big. They brought the band here, lots of fans, but Portland side is starting to fill up a little bit. Student section will get busy a little bit later. But this is going to be a good one. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to this, and both teams have been looking forward to it for a very long time. You can see both teams were favored this year in their respective leagues and classes, Class A North and South.
Yeah, no real surprise that this is what we're seeing today. TA is the team to beat. They're the defending champions. You know what you're getting in them. And Portland, with a lot of returning people from last year, is really looking to get over that hump that they haven't been able to over the last couple of years. They've been here a lot. They're seasoned, but they just haven't been able to get that win. And I know everybody down there is really excited to be playing today.
We see Tavares, of course, watching the captains, Luca, Viola, McGowan, and Thurston. along with Cordell Jones as well. They're two leaders on this team. When you really think about it, there could be so many captains on this team. So Portland, it looks like, is going to receive, and we know that presumes that Thornton had won the toss and deferred.
Yeah, I think Portland is just happy to be here. I don't think they really care if they're playing defense first or offense first. I think, honestly, they need to play from ahead. They need to be in the lead. They need to be controlling this game. And if they can take this first drive, get any kind of points on the board, and play from that lead, they're going to be in a much better position going forward.
Folks, it's state championship Class A football action next on WPPS. So, Cordell Jones and Aiden McGowan deep for Portland. Alex Martin, a little shallower. Boom. It is a line drive, and it's picked up by Martin at the 17, or about the 17, and he gets about a 4 or 5 yard return.
Yeah, they had that set up to go on to the left side. Martin picked it up on the right side and had to come all the way across the field to get where his blockers were.
Well, you've got to say that's coaching, and knowing where people are and where they're not. It's now Portland's ball, 1st and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. Louis Thurston in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself. Over 900 yards rushing this year.
Yeah, they started empty there. That was a designed, that was a design quarterback run, but they're already putting TA on their heels a little bit, trying to figure out if this is going to be a pass, is going to be a run. We've seen a lot from Louis this year running the ball, so he is a threat out there.
It's 2nd and 6. It was a 4-yard pickup, ball on the 28. McGowan in the pistol with Thurston. One in motion, Luca. Oh, McGowan runs into a wall.
Yeah, lost a couple there. That was the TA line just blew up that left side of the Portland offensive line. They lose a couple yards, and Portland with a 4-yard gain. They're just looking to pick up 3-4 yards of play, stay ahead of the chains, but sitting at 3rd and 8 right now and this opening drive is not where they dreamed they'd be.
No, it's a throwing down here. Luca in motion. Jones in motion.
He's got the out.
Yeah, and he's there. He catches it and gets the first down and more.
They love that out pattern. They ran him out of the backfield a little, kind of run into the flat, see where he can go. One read for Louis Thurston. They knew where they wanted the ball, and that's where they went with it. That's their staple play when they need yardage.
About an 11-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. There's a feeling in the air here on the Portland side. It was rainy, now it's kind of cold, a little clammy. Good football weather. Here's Cordell Jones. And he will take a few to bring him down. It looks like he's got about a 3-yard pickup.
Again, 3-4 yards a pop. That's all they need to do. Stay ahead of the chains. Stay ahead of they want to get into those force downs where they're too predictable, and TA knows what they're going to do.
It'll be 2nd and 7, ball on the 41-yard line. McGowan on the play action. Jones takes it from behind the line of scrimmage and makes something out of nothing. Gets a couple of yards on it.
Yeah, the pressure came in a little bit too quick, and when Thurston threw it, he threw it very far back, and here they're going to go quick on 3rd down.
Yep, 3rd and 6.
5 wide. Hoping to catch TA in some sort of positional matchup here. They're actually splitting the tight end out, so they're going 5 wide.
Looks to
Good
go deep.
protection.
Yeah. Has a wide open player, Brody Viola. You called it, Dave Levine.
Good pass, good protection. Louis rolled out to that side. Brody made himself available, came back for the ball, and picked up a solid 25 yards on that pass. Gorgeous play.
20. Pick up 21, first and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Thornton 37.
Gets credit for a 29-yard completion. First and 10, ball on the Thornton 37-yard line. The Dogs are on the move in the pistol here. Thurston hands off to McGowan. He's got some room on the right.
It's a good solid run right there by Aiden McGowan, picking his way through the line, cutting outside when he needed to, picks up a solid 7. And this is the drive that Portland wants to start the game. They need to start fast. They need to get ahead. And right now they've got TA on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't look back. Thornton Academy is a very, very strong team. 2nd and 3, ball on the 30. In the pistol once again. Play action, and Thurston keeps it, dives ahead, and gets maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, that play was made by Henry Kennison on the TA side. He really blew up that play. It was a play action read option play, and Thurston was supposed to kind of go inside on that, had nowhere to go. Kennison was right there, and we got lucky to get up to where we were and only lose 1 yard on that.
Yeah, that is what it was, a 1-yard loss. It's 3rd and 4, ball on the 31-yard line. Jones back to take the snap. It's happened many times. This time he is shy, but it's certainly 4th down territory here.
Yeah,
go for it.
That was definitely a two-down run right there. They wanted to get at least half of the yardage that they needed. Hopefully pick up, obviously, the first down, but they're definitely going to go for it here. This is a little bit far for a field goal right now, especially in the weather. The wind is kind of in their face a little bit, but right now you got to go. You got to get this 1 yard. You got to go power.
He gets credit for the 3-yard pickup. 4th and 1, a very, very big telling play here. Thurston's going to follow his blockers. He's going to go straight through for a 28-yard touchdown.
What a play call. They went off tackle, blew open the line, and just ran in untouched. Portland takes the lead.
Oh, my goodness. You're looking for 1 yard. You get 28 and 6 on the board.
Beautiful, beautiful blocking. They knew they needed the 1. They blew open that hole, and Louis just had to run.
Here comes Justin Bouchard, who's been money all year long for the PAT.
High snap.
But through.
No, he pulled it.
Yeah, no.
He pulled it. It was a high snap, and you could see when the ball came down, it wasn't set on the tee properly, and he just pulled it to the right.
Well, it's a 6-0 lead for the Bulldogs here with 6:43 left in the first quarter. We are back. Steve Schwartz, Dave Levine, Ali Al-Najafi on camera for WPPS TV3. And it's a little squib kick, and it's picked up at the 39-yard line where the Thornton will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in the first game. They did not want to kick deep to these returners. They're very dangerous. I think they wanted to get a little deeper than that, unless it was a planned onside kick that just didn't go quite right. But yeah, they don't want to give up a potential big return. Setting them up at the 39 though is a little short, is a little close for me. TA 3 wide. Sunderland up the middle there for a couple.
3.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for 3. It'll be second and 7 from the 42. Thornton looking for some last-minute instructions from Coach Kizal and company. Both teams have a lot of coaches. We'll get to those names in just a moment, but whoa. Benoit keeps it, gets the first down, and almost breaks away if Carter Luca wasn't there.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the coaches wanted to keep an eye on is keep Benoit in the pocket. They can't let him get outside. He is so dangerous. He might be the best runner that they're seeing, a pure runner that they see all year, and he can throw the ball too.
Yeah, it's a 9-yard pickup, 1st and 10, ball on the 49, 1 in motion, and Benoit keeps it.
And as I said, they don't want him outside.
Yeah, that's, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, they ran Paradise underneath jet sweep fake, and they just ran the other way. Everyone went with Paradise, and Benoit takes it to the left side.
Yep.
All free out there, and Portland is now, that's 2 big runs by him.
There is a flag on the play. It was a 21-yard pickup, but it's going to be marched back. So we have a holding penalty, and we'll just erase that 21, Dave.
Yeah, and it'll come back. But it's downfield, so it's from the spot of the foul. So it's really now 1st and 12.
And there you go. 1st and 12, the scoreboard says, ball on the 49-yard line. So that was fortunate as Portland can regroup and figure out the hole that was left there.
Again, outside.
So good. But Brody Viola on the chase. About a 3-yard penalty. May have a late hit here, though.
Yeah, Viola chased him out. He tried to come up field early, and I think they just hit him late out of bounds. They can't. That's a mistake that they can't be doing. See Jacob Fish talking to Anthony Tavares in the middle. Those are the 2 probably best linemen in the state facing off today. Number 70 for Thornton Academy.
That is a 15-yard penalty.
Forward to the Portland 31-yard line, 1st and 10 for Thornton Academy.
So hopefully that doesn't go back to haunt the Dogs. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 31-yard line. Benoit with 1 in the backfield. Yeah, and a nice defensive effort there. First one in, Colin Kelly.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play. Dominic Huntington was right there as well. 2 good players there on the line, 2-yard loss. TA comes to the line very quickly.
Yeah, that was Sunderland. 2nd and 12, Dave. Ball on the 33.
Be careful of that jump. They came up to the line real quick. Benoit clapped his hands looking for a snap. A couple of the Portland players moved a little bit, but didn't jump off sides. I think they're going to do that a lot, try to get cheapy 5 yards here and there.
Okay, Benoit has the ball, and he's got a blocker, but oh my goodness gracious, Alex Martin, a big loss.
Yeah, Alex Martin chasing him, Cordell Jones was chasing him, Cordell Luca was chasing him, or Carter Luca was there, Viola was there. They just strung that out beautifully, and he had nowhere to go. And honestly, that was the first mistake I've seen him make, and he tried to cut back for some reason. He should have just taken that, gone upfield. He would have saved a couple, 3-4 yards on that.
That's a 7-yard loss. It's 3rd and 19, ball on the 40.
This is where Portland has to stay disciplined. No long passes. Keep everybody in front of you. Don't let the quarterback run outside. Stay disciplined here. They're looking for that quick pass to Paradise underneath.
Yeah.
And that's perfect. That's good defense for them.
Yeah, and Kelly on the tackle there.
There's a flag on the field, too.
The receiver was Jackson Parody. We'll see who it's on, and if it's on TA, if the Dogs will take it.
If it's on TA, they're going to decline, I would think.
TA certainly in 4-down territory for them, too.
Legal man downfield. So I would decline that. Now it's 4th down. But now it's an interesting call because you could have taken that penalty and forced them at 3rd and now 25. But I think they'll take that 4th down and 9 all day. It's TA is definitely going to go for it. They're too close to punt.
So here we go now. It's 4th and 9, ball on the 30-yard line. A very big play here. A defensive stand for the Dogs. Benoit back to throw. He's got an open player. Too far for him.
Yeah, McGowan got caught looking in the backfield.
Oh, my goodness. It was meant for Noah Fullerton.
Yeah, completely blew the coverage there. They're talking about it now. Thurston and Viola and they're all talking in the backfield about that. They got lucky because that was 7 on the board. Wide open, blown coverage, and we talked about discipline. We talked about that, and that was the one. So Portland lucks out. They get the ball again.
Ball will be 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Thurston has Luca in motion. And it's McGowan off a player of his own, and it'll be about a 2-yard. He'll get credit for about a 2.5-yard pickup there, 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Big defensive stand for Portland. They need to do something here to at least switch the field position. A 1st down or 2 would be great. Rodriguez now in the game.
Thurston takes the high snap. Yeah, he looks for an open place to go and gets a yard on it.
Nothing doing up the middle. This Thornton line is stout.
We'll call out a few players from time to time. Number 66 is Jangman Lee. 56 is Curtis Nason. 35 is Grady Hersey. 15 is Dominic Hussey.
Portland in passing situation.
It's 3rd and 6, folks. Ball of the 34. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Thurston
deep.
Goes for McGowan and just too far, and now the Dogs will punt it away.
Yeah, McGowan wasn't really coming off the line hard. I don't think he thought that was for him. He was running through. The weird thing was they had both him and Viola on go patterns down there, and they were a little bit close together. So I'm not sure if someone ran the wrong pattern or they were just trying to clear out for someone underneath. But they were definitely going long. Everybody was going deep. There was nothing underneath.
Now here's Brody Viola. Last year there was a 10-yard punt that was a very, very costly move for the Dogs. Viola's had a good year this year, and he's going to go kick it out of bounds. Probably a smart move.
Yeah, again, a little short punt.
About a 28-yard punt.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little more. Again, they're setting up TA on these short fields because they're scared of the long return. And honestly, I might take my chance with the return and trust that your special teams can tackle.
Well, Thornton will take over barely within their own territory here on the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Sunderland going nowhere up the middle.
Yeah.
And we saw this last time when Portland played TA. There was really no up the middle runs that they had. They had to go outside to get what they needed to get. And we've seen it tonight, too.
He gets a credit for a 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9, ball on the 49-yard line.
Boy, they are bouncing Aiden McGowan all over this defense right now. He's lined up on Fullerton out wide here on the lower side, on the left.
Wow. Another great defensive play. Lisandro Rodriguez and company.
1 yard gain. And this is where Portland wants their defense to be. It's facing 3rd and long.
It'll be 3rd and 8. Ball on the 49-yard line. Here we go. Wildcat, one in the backfield. Benoit back to throw. He doesn't see anybody open right now. Oh my goodness, there is so much time.
Yeah, that was pure coverage right there. You could see Carter Luca just mirroring him everywhere he went, so he didn't have a run lane. Portland rushed their standard 4, but was playing contain the whole time so they didn't break out and let everybody else drop for defense, and that was just a coverage play, beautifully done by Portland.
So a punting situation here. Jones is deep. Martin to the right of him.
Good punt. Let it go. Get out of the way.
Yeah. Right down
What
to the
a punt
4-yard
that was.
line.
Wow, beautiful punt.
Inside the 5.
There's only 16 seconds left here.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Jones not to get anywhere near that ball bouncing around like that. The last thing you want to do is fumble, give TA another opportunity. Take the ball deep in your own end, get a first down or two, and then start playing. Then get going.
So from their end zone, Thurston will be in the shotgun here, the pistol really, and McGowan gets some room and keeps going. Wow.
Good push by McGowan. He play to the that's the goal. Play to the whistle. Didn't hear one. Kept those legs driving and gets Portland out of trouble with a nice solid 5-yard run.
It'll be 2nd and 5, and we come back for second quarter action. Okay, Steve Schwartz, Dave Levine, Ali Al-Najafi on camera for WPPS. Second quarter action. Dogs up 6-0. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 9. That's a mouthful. Here's Louis Thurston looking for some room on the... Oh, and he just threads that needle so nicely. Gets the first down. About a 7-yard run.
Colin Hyde pulled from the guard spot, led him all the way out. Great patience by Thurston. He could have run. There was a hole early, but he wouldn't have gotten a lot of yardage and kept stringing it out, waiting for his blockers to do something out there, and they finally did. Scooted upfield, got the first down, and that's what Portland needed to get them out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
The ball's on the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Thurston asks Luca to come over. Play action. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see what happens as Charlie Abramson-Thompson caught the ball for a loss.
Yeah, they tried that wide receiver's screen, jailbreak screen, whatever you want to call it out there, and I think Portland was just aligned wrong.
Yeah, and that's going to probably be, we'll see where it's going to be, actually.
Yeah, it'll be declined, and they'll just take the play.
Yeah, it's an illegal motion penalty, declined as you suggested. So
they haven't had success with that jailbreak screen against TA. They're just too disciplined out there to make those plays.
Thurston hands off to McGowan, and standing right there waiting for him is Zach Nelson.
Yeah, that wasn't going anywhere. They tried to swerve around a little bit in the backfield, fake it to the right, come back to the left, but the line had shifted that direction anyway, and they just weren't fooled.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 13.
So passing down again for Portland.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3rd and 13, ball on the 13. Thurston will look for some room here. Play action to Jones. Well, and oh my goodness,
I don't know if he caught that or if it was they're going to call that a fumble.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like it might have been. That was an odd thing to see Lisandro do.
They rolled him out. They threw to Lisandro Rodriguez, and I'm not sure how the ball came out. I don't think he was really touched. Portland recovers. They're going to call it a reception and a recovery. So now it's 4th and 7. And they're gonna punt. But at least they got away from that 3-yard line that they were stuck at. They moved it out. I'm sure they wanted 2 first downs out of this.
Yeah, that to
no
me.
No one deep for TA.
That was very, very. Oh my goodness gracious! That's not a good punt.
Yeah, that was just diagonally. There was nobody deep. Just put that in the middle of the field. Boy, that's a 10-yard punt, and that's not what they needed. They just got to go straight with that downfield. They had Carter Luca punting earlier. Not sure why he's not back earlier in the season. Not sure why he's not back there. But that's 2 not good punts from Brody Viola.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And of course, again, remember, Portland had that 10-yard punt last year that changed the momentum quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, that play by Lisandro was questionable.
I'm not sure. Yeah, they rolled out. They threw to him. He caught. I'm not sure he really caught the ball before he fumbled it. But either way, it's going to be TA ball here at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and 10. 1 in motion, play action. Benoit back to throw. Oh my goodness. And a beautiful reception.
Yeah, Noah Fullerton there. Boy, was he was half a step away from getting tackled there. They brought Martin from the far side, and he just couldn't get there in time.
That's about an 18-yard pickup. And so it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 13-yard line. Thornton threatening. So the game, the momentum of this game has taken a decided shift.
Yeah.
And Portland has been a smart team all year. Take the loss, punt the ball. They've done the fundamentals actually so well this year. Louis Thurston and company in on that.
Yeah, they've made 2 now special teams errors, if you want to call it, maybe even 3 if you want to count the kickoff after the touchdown, and the missed extra point too. So there's some of those little things that they focus on, the little details that they're starting to show a little bit here. Their defense is playing well, their offense is moving the ball a little bit, but it's that 3rd unit that has to really kind of step up right now.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 10, and a nice defensive effort there by Rodriguez and Martin to bring down Sunderland.
Yeah, forcing 3rd and long. Again, this is what I was talking earlier in the game, or before the game. It doesn't matter if Portland is here facing 3rd and long or at midfield, because they're going to. TA really, we haven't seen a kicking game from them all season. They haven't needed it. This is going to be 4-down territory for them, I would imagine. And so Portland just has to play normal defense. Don't do anything different. Just play your normal defense. It's just like if the ball was at the midfield.
Number 70 out there is Jacob Fish, 6'2", 270 for Thornton. And Benoit takes the ball, and Martin in the backfield.
Martin had a huge game last week. He absolutely dominated single-handedly that Bangor Rams team, and you can see it again. He is playing elite defense right now.
That is a 2-yard loss. It's 4th and 14, ball on the 17-yard line, and this.
And what did I say? They're going
big
for
hold.
it. They're going for it, and I said just play your normal defense.
Yeah, Benoit looks for an open player. And a lot of pressure on him now. Luca, that's it.
And he's down. He tripped.
Wow. That was very interesting. It looked like Luca was hit from behind.
No, I think Luca was hit from the side. I think that was an okay hit on Luca. He was hit from the side a little bit. But he was playing spy on Benoit, and he kind of came in, which is a little weird that he came in like that. He's usually playing just a spy position, but he challenged him to roll out, and then on the rollout just tripped over something on the field. The field looks dry. I mean, it's been sprinkling a little bit, but not bad.
Well, it was a 10-yard loss. It's now 1st and 10 Bulldogs on the 28-yard line. They have a 6-0 lead, 7:38 left here in the first half. Thurston on the flea flicker. And again, on the sidelines, he finds Brody Viola. I think that's Viola. Nope, it's Cordell Jones.
Cordell Jones out there. In a flea flicker, you have to sell it a little bit more, come into the line and then flick it back. However, hey, it worked. The whole goal is to really, really sell the run hard.
It's about a 19-yard pickup for Thurston and Jones. 1st and 10, ball on the 41-yard line.
High
snap.
He's going to keep it.
Play action, and he's going to go down with about a couple-yard loss here.
Smart. It was a high snap. He ran out to the side, and there was just a wall of white out there. And instead of taking a big hit, instead of trying to battle for an extra yard or two, he just went down for a 1-yard loss, and that's a smart play.
And just so we're clear, the Portland side is decidedly filled up here and is probably a bigger crowd than Thornton, which travels, as we know, very well. 2nd and 11, ball on the 40. Here's McGowan. He breaks through. Takes a couple to bring him down. And first in is Grady Hersey, but that is a huge gain.
15 yards off the left side for McGowan. That line is blocked well, just like on the touchdown run to the right. This time to the left, the line is starting to do its job. Big first down, and again, Portland started at the 4, had a bad punt, came up with the stop, and now they're at midfield. They've flipped the field to what they want now, and now they can just look for points.
1st and 10, ball on the 44. Jones in motion, and he gets it, goes straight up the middle, gets a solid 3.5. We'll call it 4 yards for Jones.
Boy, I've never seen a kid that big running so fast, stop so quickly when he ran into those linebackers. Boy, oh boy, it was like running into a brick wall. He was at full speed and just stopped.
2nd and 7, ball on the 41-yard line. Thurston looks to Coach Green for instructions. As does McGowan, who gets back into the pistol and goes straight up the middle. Very close to the first down, but it's going to be a couple yards shy, 5-yard pickup.
That was a shoestring tackle right there. He was, or else he was still running. Head of steam up the middle, just good blocking again. Sets up 3rd and short.
It'll be 3rd and 1, ball on the 35-yard line. Could be a keeper here. Well, he's in the gun. Oh, that was a great play by Grady Hersey. And the Dogs in probably 4th down territory here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to go for it. They were hoping to get that. It was a similar run play that they just ran with 2 plays ago to Thurston or to McGowan on that side.
It's a 1-yard loss for Aiden McGowan, so it'll be 4th and 2, ball on the 36-yard line.
5 wide this time.
Yeah.
I would watch the Thurston run. TA is pulling everybody up to the line of scrimmage, and a smart timeout there.
Yeah, so we'll take 1-2. 4:32 left in the first half. The score, Portland Bulldogs 6. Thornton Academy Trojans, nothing. We're back. We'll see what Coach Green and company have cooked up here at a 4th and 2, ball on the 36-yard line.
So with Rodriguez in the backfield, I'm thinking run, quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Luca is the blocker maybe.
And they tried to go outside.
Oh,
he might have gotten
gets
it.
the first down. We'll see. It's going to be maybe even a measurement, but
That's awfully close. That was a good cut-up field for it.
Well, it looks like a first down. We'll see.
Portland's pointing one way.
Oh, they just moved it back.
They spotted the ball and then decided to move it back. That I don't get that.
Yeah, but they're going to give them the first down regardless.
Now now I can understand to put the ball on the yard marker to start the drive. That makes sense. But once you spot the ball, you can't just move it back like that.
1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. 4:20 left in the first half. Dogs are threatening. Thurston back to throw. He's looking for Cordell Jones on the right side. And that is oh my goodness! He catches the ball. It's got to be defensive pass interference.
I don't know. He kind of had
Oh my gosh, he was held. It looked.
That ball was underthrown perfectly, so he had to come back for it. And I think they're going to get Portland on an offensive pass interference. He did push off, but I thought he was being grabbed before that.
No, it's on Thornton, and that'll be declined.
So the refs are moving the ball back to midfield.
Offsetting?
I'm not sure what the call is.
Well,
here.
we saw a defensive pass interference by the referee because he pointed to Thornton, and now he's going to change it.
I'm not sure what the call is. They're calling just offensive pass interference on Jones. He did push off, but I thought he was held.
Yeah,
and they're now marching at 15 yards. I'm not sure what. There's no clear signal from the referees as to what's going on. They just moved the ball 15 yards back, and instead of a touchdown, now Portland is looking at 1st and 25.
Yeah, ball on the 49-yard line. It's an unbelievable turn of events here. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Thurston keeps it, but boy, that was great rush there by Henry Keniston. So there'll be a loss on that play. You know, we didn't see the coaches on the Portland sideline really questioning any of that, though, Dave.
No, we didn't. I'm not sure. Well, now you can see he's talking to the refs now on the sideline. I think he's given him an earful here and there. It was a questionable call. I thought, if anything, it should have been offsetting penalties. But usually you don't get offensive pass interference without there being defensive holding or something instead.
Anyway, that was a 4-yard loss, and now here comes Rodriguez. But once again, Thornton is playing possessed. Dominic Hussey and company on that tackle after a gain of a few.
Yeah, he didn't have any blocking out there. They were hoping that they could just kind of do something behind the play. Everyone goes to the right, throw it back to the left.
They're going to call it no gain, 3rd and 28. Certainly a passing down here. 5 wide, 2 split left, 3 on the right. They look up for instructions. I really thought that Cordell Jones was tackled practically when he came back to get that ball before he had the ball. He was basically sitting in the hands of the defender.
Portland just took way too long to get that play off. A 5-yard penalty when they didn't need it. They need to set themselves up for here. They know they have to punt, so just get the ball kind of to midfield, maybe a little more, and then just punt the ball and get it out of there. But they just took way too long trying to get a play in. At 3rd and 30 or whatever it is now, it's just you don't have a play in the playbook for it. Just run something, get upfield, and then just punt.
Well, now they've got 2 wide. You're thinking go route maybe, 3rd and 33, 43-yard line here. And instead it'll be McGowan up the middle. And again, Thornton playing possessed. That time, Jangman Lee and company on the tackle. After about a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, they should have just run that play before, not even thought about it. I mean, you knew you weren't going to get a first down unless you got a lucky penalty or something like that.
Nathan Neely is deep.
So now they're putting somebody deep this time. They didn't have anyone deep last time. Let's see what Viola can do.
Yeah, he takes the snap, and that's
Better
a traditional punt.
Good punt by him.
Travels very well and goes out of bounds at the 12. That is a great punt.
That is exactly what Portland needed. They just launched it downfield, down the sideline. Didn't try to go to the sideline, just kind of kicked it in a direction and got all of it. Flips the field for Portland. And all that penalties, everything else, they're back to where they wanted to be, and now they're going to play defense.
That was a 43-yard punt by Brody Viola. Went out of bounds, no return. You couldn't have asked for a better situation.
Yeah, facing 4th and 30. You get that kind of punt, that's perfect. So 1:45 remaining. Portland just needs to make this a long drive.
Yeah, but oh my goodness, that was a nice run up the middle there by Connor Ayub.
Yeah, good 7-yard pickup. Portland doesn't want that. TA's got all their timeouts, so that's why Portland ran on that last down, keeping that clock running, hoping TA wouldn't take a timeout. 1:24 left here. Portland just can't let anything go over the top. TA's still moving kind of slow. So
second and 3 ball in the 19. Boom! That was a tremendous tackle. We have I thought a Portland player was down, but Tavares was in on that. He's kind of gingerly touching his shoulder right now, but he's still in there.
That was a big hit by Tavares. Clock is running, so TA is just perfectly happy letting this clock run down. Portland doesn't want to take a timeout because you don't want to give this offense any extra time. So TA is just looking to get a first down here, and I think at that point they're just going to maybe take a timeout, but they want to get this first down at 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
Yep. Ball's on the 19, 29 seconds left, and no, because you can't do it when you run into Colin Kelly and company.
I think he got the first down, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, he did get the first down.
Yeah. Tavares is still holding his shoulder a little bit. 23 seconds now in. Now TA is going to take their timeout.
Yeah, so you never know. I mean, Thornton is a potent offense. They are a deep threat as well.
Yeah, we saw that one play on 4th down where they got somebody deep and had a shot. So Portland is just going to play. I wouldn't play a prevent defense, but I would make sure you have a high safety or 2 deep. Cover everything underneath. Keep everybody in front of you. Don't let anyone go deep. And with 23 seconds and and a couple timeouts, or did Portland take a time? It says Portland takes a timeout.
Well, there you have it. That's interesting. There's a few celebrities in the stands today. We saw John Hartman, former coach of Portland, who brought them to the state championship, I believe 3 or 4 times, maybe 5. And Isaiah Batchelder, quarterback for Portland, who now plays professionally. Old number 5, as I recall. 1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line.
So here's your 2 safeties deep. And there's the
Oh, my goodness. A sack by Lissandro Rodriguez to put an exclamation point here on the first quarter.
Disciplined defense. Rodriguez comes up, keeps the corner, keeps an eye on the quarterback, doesn't let him get outside, and that's the perfect way to end this half for Portland. Couldn't have gone any better for them.
So, folks, that's going to bring us to halftime with the score: the Portland Bulldogs 6, the Thornton Academy Trojans nothing. We'll bring you some first half highlights in a moment. So, joined by Mike Hoffer at halftime, a 6-0 game. Folks, about 29 total yards for Thornton right now, about 135 for Portland. This has been very much of a defensive contest.
Right, and Portland's got to be thrilled with the way their defense is playing. They were stuck on their side of the field. They had to come up with a big stand. They got it, the beautiful first drive to start the game, but you also got to feel like you should have a bigger lead right now, and it takes me back to last year where it was 7-3 Portland at halftime, and it didn't stand up. But the Bulldogs really feel like, to me, they've controlled play for the most part in this game, but the scoreboard hasn't reflected that yet, and there's a reason for it.
Well, we'll talk about that reason. Certainly, when we saw that 10-yard punt, it brought back some bad memories from last year, and a nice recovery, the 43-yard punt later, keeping them on the 12. But, Mike, let's talk about the fact that it could be really 13 or 14 right now for the Dogs. That play, Cordell Jones in the end zone.
Yeah, obviously, I'm much further away than the officials. My initial thought was they were going to call defensive pass interference. I wasn't even sure if the pass was completed or if he got in the end zone, but then they make the initial call that it was a touchdown, and I'm like, all right, I think they got that right. It wound up going the other way, taking the points off the board. That's an absolutely enormous play in a game like this. This might be the play that everyone remembers about the 2024 state championship game and the game turning in Thornton Academy's favor if it goes that way. But, a game like that, you want to see these big plays rewarded. Unless it's an egregious push-off, which I don't think it was, I feel like the play should have stood.
Well, Dave, we watched it in real time. It looked to me like Cordell was almost cradled by the defensive player and was kind of trying to break away from him.
Yeah, my initial thought from where we were looking was that it was defensive pass interference, and Cordell pushed to try to get free from that. At that point, you either call it a no call or you have to call the defensive pass interference because that's what happened first. I think it should have been a good no call. Both people were battling for the ball. Both people were looking back at it. I didn't see anything egregious like Mike was saying. You got to let these kids play a little bit, and it's the state game. They worked all year for this, and it would be a terrible thought to think that a refereeing decision, right or wrong, costs one team a game.
Well, it'd be unfortunate. And, of course, the referee initially signaled defensive pass interference. So let me just go over some statistics here. 135 total yards for the Dogs, 59 passing yards for Louis Thurston. He had that 28-yard rushing touchdown, about 30 yards total rushing. Aiden McGowan about 36, Cordell Jones about 10, but about maybe another 20 or another 30 really in reception yards. Sunderland's got just 3 yards per night in negative yardage. That's highly unusual for Thornton Academy.
Right, and his first couple runs were actually positive. It looked like he was really going to have another day, but Portland adjusted. And again, like I said off the bat here, that the defense has been fabulous. The defense has been everything you want. And now at this point, if you're Portland, as upset as you are about that call, it's a thing of the past. You've got a 6-point lead at halftime of the state final. Come out, get focused, grab this championship that's theirs for the taking. I would expect to see the ball in Cordell Jones' hands a lot more in the second half. He's your most dynamic playmaker. I think you're going to see more of him running and in the Wildcat, maybe even throwing the ball. Who knows? But, 6 points isn't going to win this game. Portland's got to come out and score at least one more, probably a couple more touchdowns to get to where they want to be.
Folks, we're going to bring you second half action in just a moment. We are back for second half action here at Fitzpatrick Stadium. The state Class A football championship. Justin Bouchard set to kick off. The Dogs are leading 6-0. It's a line drive, kind of a squib, and picked up and downed by Zach Nelson.
Yeah, getting that short kick, going a little bit farther this time down to the 35-yard line. So I think that's what they're looking for, that 30 to 35-yard line, just to have that ball just kind of die and stop. No run back that time. Portland's defense has been lights out this game. Let's see if they can continue that.
Well, you know, Thornton's going to head their... you never count them out. They've got a great coaching staff.
They're going past
Benoit,
immediately.
and he's a little bit confused back there, and Viola got a hold of him.
Oh,
my
could have been
goodness.
picked twice. Oh, boy. That could have been picked twice. That is a terrible idea from Benoit to throw that ball. He should have just thrown it out of bounds. He had no one there. Portland had two people had their hands on it.
All that, though, and just resulting in a incomplete pass.
That could have been disastrous.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball on the 35. Sunderland will pick up 3 yards.
Again, that middle of the line is really holding up well. You got Colin Kelly and Anthony Tavares there.
So 3rd and 7, ball on the 38-yard line. The Dogs now with an excellent opportunity to hold. This would be a punting situation here, that far back.
Yeah, they don't want to go try for it here.
But
play action.
And
again,
here we go.
Good pressure.
And well, we'll see. It's a 50-50 ball, incomplete. It'll be a punt.
Yeah, good pressure. But you notice when they did come in, Portland stayed disciplined. They didn't run after him. They kept keeping him there, watching for that run, because those off-schedule plays are what he does best. Wyatt Benoit is just dynamic with the ball in his hands, and if he can get outside with everybody else deep, there is a chance for him to break it, and the defensive line did a great job.
And now Noah Fullerton will be back to punt it. He'll get the ball at the 25, punt it from around the 30. Boom. It's a straight-up punt, and Cordell Jones goes back pretty far. He's going to let it roll, and it's going to go all the way down to the 3-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
What a punt that was. Holy cow. Jones had no chance at getting that. It was just too far over his head. I think he's hitting himself on the head like he should have had that, but I don't think so. That was just booted over his head, and it could have been dangerous if he tries to catch that way.
That's about a 59-yard punt, Dave, and the Dogs are way backed up onto the 2. Actually, we call it a 60-yard punt. That
was just as good as you can get, and I don't think Jones had any chance at catching that ball.
So Thurston will take the ball in the end zone, and we'll get it a couple, maybe a yard on that, a couple yards.
No, that was Jones there.
Oh,
Jones out of the Wildcat.
Excuse me.
They just took it straight. He just took it straight up the middle. They didn't want to mess with any handoff. They didn't want to mess with any of that.
So they'll give him credit for a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7, ball on the 5.
Portland dug themselves out of this kind of hole in the first half. Let's see if they can dig themselves out again.
Yeah, here comes Viola lining up. Thurston in the gun here. He's got 2 in motion. And, that was really, really great penetration by Grady Hersey.
Yeah, they keep feeding McGowan, and he had that one big run. But other than that, they pretty much bottled him up.
Yeah, that's a no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 7 here from the 5. Here comes Rodriguez in, and McGowan comes out. Thurston will keep it.
Louis Thurston.
This time, nothing doing, and there'll be a punt from the end zone.
Yeah, they just tried to get, all they were trying to do was get him outside, maybe pick up 3 or 4 yards there and make it a little bit easier to punt.
Portland has number 48 coming in. That's non-Gwyn, and Viola's going to punt from the very back of his end zone here. It's blocked.
Yeah. They should have. Yeah, that's exactly what they didn't want. You knew they were coming after it, and you have to get that punt off very quickly. And that's just not what Portland needed. You could see that they were going to send everybody.
And now we'll see what's going to happen here.
That might have been the time to just take that ball and run it out the back of the end zone, take a safety, and then kick from the 20, give up the 2 points instead of the 6.
It looks like Thornton's going to go for it on a...
Now they're going. They kind of did this in the first game. They kind of go into a weird formation and then get into the kicking game.
Yeah, the kicker is Yenwoo Kim, and it is through, and it becomes a 7-6 Thornton lead with 8:49 left in the third quarter. A very, very odd chain of events here.
Yeah, that was the first time I've seen really the coaches make a mistake, and there's a bad play too.
Yeah, and that wasn't even necessarily by design, but Ryan Kamiri falls on it, has all the earmarks of a great onside kick. Not good.
Yeah, they just kicked it at somebody there, went off a foot, and Portland is reeling right now. After the big punt to set them up back, they couldn't get any yardage. Now the touchdown off the block kick. Again, special teams is rearing its ugly head for Portland. This is their defense is playing great, their offense is playing great. They have to get more disciplined on special teams. That's now 5 or 6 mistakes alone on that squad. They've got to focus now.
1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. Thornton with a 1-point lead. Benoit back to throw.
Intercepted. They're going to rule it out of bounds.
See if it's out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think he got his foot down. Cordell Jones was right there, got his hands on it, caught the ball, but I don't think he got his feet down. They had 2 referees right there.
Noah Fullerton, glad hands Cordell, and a nice show of sportsmanship. But it'll be 2nd and 10, ball on the 46. Sunderland up the middle, and nothing doing. And although there's really just a gaggle of players, it's really Tavares in number 1. Tavares and Kelly, a very formidable up front duo.
So 3rd and 5 here. Portland needs this defensive stop. Fans are starting to get into it, trying to get this team fired up a little bit. They're kind of reeling right now. Couple of plays have gone against them.
We see number 12, Scott Carrigan, trying to get the Portland fans involved. 3rd and 5, ball on the 41. Benoit in the shotgun.
Here comes Martin again.
Boom! And it is Martin and Kelly and Rodriguez in on that.
Yeah, they blitzed Martin coming off the corner, and they had a bunch of people in the backfield there. I think TA was hoping to pick up about 3, maybe 4, and go for it on 4th down, but this is a punt situation for them. They don't want to give Portland the ball at midfield. They're perfectly happy with the way their punter is punting and put it down deep up in the towards the end zone here.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. I think it's Noah Fullerton, and there again, end over end. This time it'll be picked up by Jones, who will go down at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, it was a short punt, but Cordell caught it that time, took 2 steps, and kind of went down when the tackles were coming, and just was smart play there to keep his hands on the ball, cradle it right, and Portland is at least out of the back there. They can actually run their normal offense now.
1st and 10, ball on the 16-yard line. 7:07 left here in the third quarter. Dogs are down by 1, 7-6. Cordell Jones gets the ball, bounces off of 1, and is going to pick up about 3.
They've run that play a lot with him coming in motion from the outside. And he catches the ball, just puts 1 foot in the ground and tries to charge upfield. Wonder if they're going to set up something where he keeps it across on really a jet motion and keep going outside with it.
2nd and 7, ball on the 19-yard line. Little movement, but nobody crosses, and this is a keeper, and
he's
Thurston
gone.
is off to the races.
No one catching Louis. Come on, Louis.
Louis Thurston goes all the way in for an 81-yard touchdown run.
Boy, Henry Kennison was trying, but that was all Louis. That was an about 80 yards, 81 yards to get there, and they just fooled TA completely. Thought the run was coming up the middle. He just bootlegged out to the side. Nobody there, and he was gone.
I mean, he had Kennison to beat, and he had a beat on him, but my gosh, Thurston, on top of everything else, is also wicked fast.
He had an extra gear there. Portland's going to go for 2 to try to make this a true touchdown lead. I think this is a smart play for them.
So inside, and a beautiful conversion to Brody Viola from Louis Thurston.
And Portland, as all the momentum was on the Thornton Academy side, Portland strikes back quickly, and the fans are excited. The team is fired up now, and let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
It's 14-7. That was the final score in the first game between these two games this season.
Yeah.
We're back. We'll see what the special teams unit has cooked up, and this time...
Wow, that was close.
That was close, and but falling on it there is Grady Hersey. We've called his name quite a few times tonight. He's been instrumental in Thornton's offense and really defense and special teams.
Very, very, very quick eyes there. Bounced off his hands, saw it, and was able to dive on it, because you had a couple of dogs that were screaming down the field ready to catch for that.
So here we go, 1st and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Benoit has one in the backfield with him, Sunderland, and Benoit will pitch it to him.
Oh, we saw that. I saw them practicing that all game, all before the game. They were practicing that true option run, and you just didn't have enough people out there to guard it.
It's a 23-yard pickup for Sunderland now, and the ball is on the Dogs' 42, where it'll be 1st and 10.
That's old school option right there.
So here we go. They have that moving lineman.
Again, up the middle, nothing doing.
So, Dave, they've got Evan Hill, a tight end, who's really moving side to side in an illegal motion, right?
It is. It's just standard motion from a tight end. Portland does it a lot with Carter Luca as well. What the difference is when Luca goes in motion, he's actually running, and you're seeing here a shuffle, but it's still legal motion. You got an H-back doing that.
So we've got one in motion, and here comes Benoit with the keeper, and he's got room on the outside, and he's going to be forced out of bounds by Brody Viola, but a tremendous pickup for him.
Yeah, that's the first time that Portland really got beat outside like that. They've been playing great contain, and that time they just got blocked inside and couldn't get climb and stop that run.
A 16-yard pickup for Benoit. 1st and 10, ball in the 24. And nice tackle there by Justin Charles. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, Charles was in there. Colin Kelly was in there. Sunderland's starting to get some legs under him a little bit.
He is indeed. 2nd and 7, ball in the 21. Sunderland in the backfield. .448 left here in the third quarter. Dogs up by 7. Sunderland this time, Rodriguez gets him from behind. He gets a couple.
Yeah, again, they caught him in the backfield, but he is just so big and strong that he was able to break that first tackle, pick up a couple, set up third and 4 now.
Yeah, but a 3-yard pickup for Sunderland here. Big play here. Ball in the 18, 4-down territory here for Thornton. So really 2 plays to get 4 yards. Benoit. Oh my goodness. Brody Viola had that pressure. And there you go, Alex Martin with the sack.
Yeah, Viola really did play that well. They were looking to run that option again, but I'm not sure why Benoit didn't pitch that ball. He had him on the initial option run, then decided to go for a pass and was able to get around Viola, but Martin was able to clean it up, and that's a big loss for TA, setting them back now for 4th and 7.
That's a 3-yard loss on that sack by Rodriguez. Ball is on the 21-yard line. Very, very important down here. 3:23 left in the third quarter. A very interesting formation.
There. Yeah, there's a lot of movement there for TA.
Yeah, that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they had way too many people in motion.
That, not counting the one that wasn't called over in the end zone, if we're going to keep that going. That's only the 2nd penalty for TA today.
Yeah, they were all, TA looked all confused about what they wanted to do. There were 3 people in motion at the same time, and that's just not what they do. They're a very disciplined team, just like Portland is. So that's very out of character for them.
4th and 12 now, ball on the 26-yard line. Benoit has Sunderland with him. He's got 2 wide left, 1 right. In motion. Oh, it's going to be a trick play, really, and we'll see if Benoit caught it.
Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they tried a little halfback play. They handed it off, pitched back on a reverse, and then they were looking for that play downfield to Benoit, and there were too many dogs in the area to kind of sneak that in. It was a great play call, great design, but Portland again stayed very disciplined, understood the assignments that they needed to play, and they were able to turn it over on downs.
So, 1st and 10, ball on the 26. 3:10 left here in the third quarter. Thurston looks for some, just throws it away. But again, a smart player.
Yeah, that was I think that was a designed run, and he just didn't have anything out there. So it was smart for him just to hold the ball until the last second and then just launch it out of bounds.
2nd and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. 3:03 left here in the third quarter. Dogs up 14-7 here in this Class A state championship final at Fitzpatrick Stadium. Steve Schwartz and Dave Levine along with Ali Al-Najafi on camera. Thurston alone in the backfield. Play action, and he goes up, and really, it's going to be like about a 1 yard gain, I guess.
So they fake the Cordell Jones jet sweep coming across. I think at some time they're going to have to try that one. They've given it to Jones, but he's always put his foot in the ground and come upfield. I think I'd like to try to see him come outside a little bit, get on the perimeter, and see what he can do with his size and his strength.
3rd and 9. Ball on the 27-yard line, and here comes Jones through. And they're going to look for him.
That out pattern.
He gets, oh my gosh, what a smart play. It's very, very close to the first down.
It's that out pattern that they love to do. They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, 10 yards.
But they completely went heavy inside and went for that one-man route. He was the only one out there. Drive forward up 10 yards and then just cut outside and hope that Louis can lay it out there for him, and they do.
Yeah, I mean, he came back for it.
Yep.
And it is 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 36-yard line. 2:03 left here in the third quarter.
That's a tough cover for any DB. You got a guy in motion coming from the backfield. You can't press him.
Once again, faking the jet sweep. This time, Thurston to McGowan. All the way. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Play
64-yard
play
touchdown
action
pass.
underneath. McGowan on the go route. Beat the DB deep. Laid it out perfectly. Put it right in his hands. And Portland is starting to roll.
Oh my goodness, 20-7. And now we will probably see Justin Bouchard come out. 1:43 left here.
So we had a high snap last time. Let's see if we can get a good snap this time. Good snap, good
Perfect.
hold.
Up, and
good
we'll
kick,
see. It's
and
good. So Bouchard 1 for 2, 21-7 is the score. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Here we go. Justin Bouchard to kick off. We'll see what happens here, Dave. It's been on the ground, every one so far.
I don't see real true onside kick that time.
That really
and
is.
The ball's loose.
Oh my gosh,
loose.
We'll see. It could be anybody's ball.
It is
Portland ball.
That was a real onside kick. We've seen him do it a couple times this year.
Number 52, Colin High, fell on that ball.
Yeah, they've done it a couple times this year. Bouchard's got something in his foot that can get that bounce on the third spin, and it just does funky things, and it's really tough to pick it up.
And you've talked about that before, that left-handed boot.
The left-handed kicker, the ball just does weird things. We talked about Belichick loved those left-footed kickers for whatever reason, and it just works.
There's Thurston back to throw. He's going to go for all the marbles with McGowan. Oh my goodness. McGowan was tackled.
Yeah, that looked very questionable there.
I mean, it was impossible for him to even try to catch that
Yeah.
ball. But, we're not down on the field. But 2nd and 10, ball on the 40 here.
There's a double move there. They tried to beat him outside. He looked like he was pushed out of bounds. Didn't have a chance to come back for the ball. But Portland is feeling it right now, so they're taking shots.
Well, not only is the team disciplined, but the coaches are disciplined. They're not fighting, they're not arguing, they're just getting ready for the next play. Cordell Jones.
There's that outside run that I was waiting for this whole time. They ran it a little slow handoff that time, but he didn't put his foot in the ground. He just went outside, and that's what we wanted to see. We want to see him running outside where there's a little fewer people, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, TA has a lot of big dudes in the middle there, and as good as Cordell is and as strong as he is, he can't get through all that.
It's a 10-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and 10 now. Ball, I think, placed on the 30-yard line. Thurston to McGowan up the middle. And he'll get stopped by Racian Dotson and Jangman Lee.
As I said, there's a bunch of big dudes in the middle there for TA.
Yeah, he still gets a 2-yard pickup on it. Portland coaches Nick Cleach, Mike Marston, Ethan Stump, Chris Ferguson, 3-year starter at Maine, quarterback. Mike Ellis, John St. Pierre, Chapin LaBelle, Saquon Hampton, who played for the Saints and the Jets. Joe Miller, Mark Wilds, Rocco Navarro, Donnie Gillies, Wes Davis, Dan Pelletier, Torrey Wallace. Here we go. Looking deep, Thurston for...
Oh my
goodness, what a catch! A 28-yard touchdown strike to Cordell Jones.
Louis Thurston laid that out, and Cordell Jones just said, I'm bigger than you. I'm taking this ball. What a throw, what a catch. Portland is just trying to pour it on now.
You know, no lead is completely safe against Thornton Academy. There's another quarter of football to go. It's 27-7. And as happy as they are, they've got work to do. Justin Bouchard up and through. It is 28-7. 5.3 seconds left in the third quarter.
Thurston again looking to kick. Wind is not really, didn't look like it was very windy, but ball came off the tee.
Yeah, we'll see now. Justin Bouchard, again, all game long, you know, he's gone with a line drive by design.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I think they're going to try to keep it this time to the put it down to the 30-yard line again. Or did the coaches just say, let's forget it and let's just kick onside? Ball is bouncing again. Ball is loose again.
Goodness gracious, it looks like a Portland recovery. We'll see. Oh, it is Thornton.
Wow.
Holy cow. And down there, number 58.
So Portland again, keeping that shorter kind of kick. I like the idea now that they're just letting this ball bounce around. Let's see how this defense can hold out for another 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, and Kelly gets a very quick tackle there after we'll see what kind of gain it was, maybe a yard or two.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter, Steve.
28-7, the Dogs are in command, folks. Here we go, 28-7, Dogs in front. 1st and 10, Thornton Academy, Wyatt Benoit. Oh, That was a massive block thrown on McGowan by Mauricio Sunderland.
Yeah, that was a good block. They just ran They ran outside. They're going to try. I think they're going to try to keep him outside. They're going to try to make some of these bigger plays now. And who better to have the ball in your hand when you're down a couple scores than Benoit?
That's a 12-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 43-yard line.
Portland just has to stay disciplined and play like they have. That's not a... something is weird. No one moved.
Yeah, but Martin and Abramson Thompson in on the tackle anyway. But, that was very strange, wasn't it?
The snap happened, and none of the line on either side moved. The only people who moved were Benoit and 2 defenders. It was just, I thought that was a false start, but that was, I don't know. The ball looked like it was snapped early, maybe.
Well, a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13, ball on the 40.
I'm shocked there was no penalty there, but apparently not.
3 wide right, 1 wide left, and a timeout. Thornton Academy. They're going to talk this over.
Yeah.
Something's up, Dave.
Yeah, that was weird. The play before really rattled them, I think. Something's going on with them. They got to get set. They had a late movement, too, to send a wide receiver wide right, and they just look all out of sorts right now.
Here it is, 45 and windy, 28-7 is the score, 11:07 left in regulation of this game. The Dogs are in command. We are back. It is 2nd and 13, ball on the 40-yard line.
So right now, Portland wants to just keep everything in front of them, make this drive last a while. The clock is their friend right now. Thornton actually had to burn a timeout that might come in critical later in this game.
And Benoit goes deep and nothing doing as he was looking for Nathan Neely, but step for step, Charlie Abramson Thompson.
Boy, Abramson Thompson has really come on this year. He was behind Justin Charles at the beginning of the season as really your third corner, and he has just been lights out for the rest. Starting about game 3, he has been phenomenal, both on offense and defense. He's not very big, but boy, does he play fast and hard.
3rd and 13, ball on the 40. Back to throw is Benoit, and he's got an open man and a first down to Nathan Neely, who's brought down by McGowan.
That was the best throw he's made all game, really, right there. Rolling out, keeping his eyes downfield. Rodriguez did a nice job pressuring him, but had an open receiver downfield and was able to make the connection.
That was a 15-yard completion. So it'll be 1st and 10 with ball on the 40-yard line. You know, Thornton has to make up 3 scores here, folks. One at a time, though. Pitched out to Sunderland, and again...
There's that option, that true option play, and Portland again getting beaten by it. That's twice that they've gotten that. They just don't have enough defenders out there for 2 people running out like that.
That's a 25-yard pickup or so. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line.
Viola did all he could to force the pitch, and that's what you want to do, is force that pitch. But there was nobody else out there. You run the receiver off on a go route, and you just don't have any defenders.
Look, Thornton playing with a one-track mind, 1 score at a time.
Good
Benoit,
play
this time
by
he's
Rodriguez.
chased by Rodriguez. And a sack. Alex Martin will get credit for the sack.
Boy, Lisandro Rodriguez blew that play up. He knew the assignment. He came upfield, did not let Benoit get outside. And as soon as Benoit couldn't get outside, that play was just doomed.
That looks to be a 14-yard loss. 2nd and 24.
That's what Portland needed after a couple of those big plays where they were getting chunk plays. Portland backs them up. Now they're gonna go pass.
Yeah.
Here's the little
pressure again,
screen.
and Sunderland in the backfield though, and there's going to be a penalty. Let's see.
That's going to be a 15. That's going to be a 5-yard face mask, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't need to reach for that. You had him trapped. But I don't think it was a 15-yarder, but it's going to be a 5-yard at least a 5-yard face mask. So they didn't need to do that. They had they had good defense there.
Well, you called it no, they're going to walk off more than 5 yards.
They're going to call it a 15-yard face mask, and that comes with an automatic first down. So instead of third and really, really long, now you're talking second and they're going to get. It doesn't come with a first down, so it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
They're going to run outside. There's that option again. They've got to defend that better.
Yeah, Sunderland's going to walk in with a 21-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that's 3 times they've gotten gashed by that play, and this coaching staff has to do something about that option run. It's just an old school run where the quarterback keeps the ball until he has to make a decision, and you only have one defender out there to try to stop it.
Well, again, you never count Thornton Academy out. 9 minutes, 22 seconds left.
That was way too fast of a score. Portland wanted to. I was hoping that Portland was going to make that be a 5 or 6 minute drive and really just be able to play defense this whole game, but that was way too fast.
Yeah, and that's up and it's through, and it's 28-14 with 9:22 left. So the question now here is, will the Trojans go onside?
I think I might. They've got some momentum now, but everybody is up right now, ready for this ball. You've only got 2 deep, and they're at the 25.
Yeah, so they did do it, and it's covered beautifully. Is that Alex McCusick that fell on it? It is.
Yeah, that's a smart play. Just a little. They tried that little bounding kick that Portland's been doing all day. Doesn't have the bounce that Bouchard has. McCusick just grabs it, goes down to a knee. Portland sets up at the 40.
So good field position for the Dogs.
Portland would like nothing better to have a 4 or 5 minute drive here. Just chew up clock. All they need is a couple first downs before punting this ball away. They can't get too tight here. They have to play their offense, though.
Yeah, so there's Jones with the ball. He's pulled from behind. He gets about a 3-yard pickup. Many people in on that, but Jangman Lee was one of them.
So they've been running that play all game long. I'd like to see him try to go outside a little bit more with it. Plenty of big bodies in there.
And I guess they'll give him credit for 2. It'll be 2nd and 8, ball on the 43-yard line. Yeah, that, you could almost see that develop in slow motion, that really wasn't going to go very far.
Yeah.
That was a 3-yard pickup.
So they're playing very conservative here. When McGowan gets the ball there, you saw he had 2 hands on it immediately from the beginning, so that he couldn't get pulled out or anything like that. But I don't like being cautious here. You need to chew up clock. You need to not give this ball right back to TA. You need to get a couple first downs, and you need to do something a little different than running inside.
Well, they've had a good game in the air today. And here goes Thurston looking for McGowan just over his hands.
Boy, they had him. They had double coverage. They went pump fake short for Cordell Jones and had McGowan going deep. Had a step or 2 on the play, and then just overshot him. So Portland with a quick series there. 3 and out is not what they wanted to do.
No. Not with 8 minutes left here in this game.
And Thornton is going to take their second timeout of the half. Wow.
Wow, that is really something. So we'll take one too, though, with just under 8 minutes to go, and the Dogs up 28-14. So now the Dogs ready to punt. Nobody back. Viola with a nice straight-up punt, goes very far, takes a Portland bounce all the way down to the 4-yard line. And down there by Alex Martin. That's what you need to do, Dave.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. They were stuck before, and Viola got them out of trouble with a great punt. And now after a questionable series, really, where they couldn't get anything going, that's a beautiful punt. There was nobody back, so we knew he had time to do it. He just had to get that ball off, and ball being spotted now at the 4-yard line, forcing TA to have to go 96 yards. That's what they need. They got to force this to be a long drive. They have to watch that option play, and they have to not let anyone get behind them. No big scores. Force TA to use time.
Here we go. 51-yard punt, and in the end zone now.
That's going to be picked.
Well,
they had two
because
guys.
they ran into each other.
Oh boy. Charlie Abramson Thompson had a bead on it, and Cordell Jones had a bead on it, and they both ran into each other, and that could have done it for Portland if they could just come down with that ball, intercepted at the 40. There was nobody there. TA was someone ran the wrong route.
Well, there was tremendous coverage in the end zone, too, and this time Benoit is going to get out of there and get them some pretty good running room there with a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, that they tried that option play, and that time Portland defended it well. They took away the pitch, and they forced Benoit to keep it, and he was just able to slither his way forward. So TA went fast there, but now they're kind of slowing it down again, trying to get their alignment right. Portland in the standard defense, they've got Cordell Jones deep.
Yeah, this time swarming Portland defense, a flag in the backfield.
That was good defense by Portland. Nobody got through. Not sure what the flag was for. Illegal shift on TA, maybe? That's the only thing I can think. And that's exactly what it is. They're going to decline it and force 4th and 2. The interesting call there to not take the penalty. But I think forcing them 4th and 2, if Portland can get this stop, that's going to pretty much end the ball game. Right. So they're going to put all their marbles that they can defend this 2-yard run play, because TA is going to go for it, and they're going full house backfield. We saw this with Exeter a couple weeks ago. Everybody back there. There's the handoff. Sunderland banging. I don't think he got there.
No, and I think it might have been Colin Thompson, number 50, who had the ball. But let's see.
Colin Kelly pointing the other way. Portland is going to take over on downs.
Oh, my goodness. 6:37 left. Portland has the ball, 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line. What a defensive stand, Dave.
They saw that a couple weeks ago against Exeter. That was the Exeter's standard play call. 3 big guys in the backfield, hand off to one of them, and you just don't know where the ball goes. And they had so much time to look at that film that they defended it perfectly, get the stop, and now Portland is perfectly set up now to ice this game.
Now, I'm not really sure. It looked like they may have lined up one of their linemen, though, in the backfield there to try to push it over.
Handoff.
Yeah, it's going to be Rodriguez on the right side, and it's going to take Grady Hersey to spin him around and take him down.
Yeah, first carry for Rodriguez. That's interesting that you're going to give him the ball at this time in the game. He's a bigger guy. He plays defensive end, really. He's a load back there, but he hasn't had a lot of touches all season.
No, he's had 1 7-yard gain earlier today in the second quarter. It's 1 yard gain there. It's a 2nd and 9 ball, really on the 11.
Yeah, they passed to him before. That's what it was, that little pass play on the side. Jones puts his foot on the ground. And
watch out. Oh, my goodness. 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. Brings it down to the 1.
That's exact. Portland, it's almost better that he didn't score there. Portland gets a first down. Clock is going to start as soon as that ball is set. And now they're looking at 4 shots from the 1 yard line. And this is going to be Cordell Jones time right here.
1st and goal. Ball on the 1. Jones will take the snap and go up the middle, and
he might be short. I don't think he got there. But it's going to be 2nd down and
inches,
maybe an inch or 2. And again, clock continues to chug along. Portland is just going to run that play again. Don't even pretend. Just run that play again. Let that clock tick. Give it to Jones, and let's win a state championship.
Yeah, this time Jones gets in. It's a touchdown, 1 yard. (34-14), and here comes Justin Bouchard to try to ice it. 4:49 left in regulation.
Yeah, they want Jones. That was exactly what Portland needed. They got the first down. They got the stop. They got the first down, chewed up even more time, and then just don't do anything fancy. Give it to Jones. They've run that play all year. It's been successful all year, and there's no reason to go away from anything that doesn't work.
Here comes Bouchard. You can hear the crowd. Boosh. Up and through. 35-14. The Dogs are about to win a state championship. Bouchard set to kick. They do have 2 deep, but like all game, it'll be surprising if he doesn't put it on the ground. And it'll be downed by number 87, Evan Hill.
I'm surprised. Just at this point, I'm surprised Hill just didn't take that ball and try to run 5 yards with it. Really, I mean, there was nobody there. It was a nice high hop to him, but I mean, they're trained, they're taught, they're coached just to do that. If an up guy gets it, fall on it. And you saw Portland do it earlier. You've seen TA do it a bunch. And here we go. This is going to be pastime.
1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run.
And Sunderland is, he's going to go until he's stopped by Brody Viola, Aiden McGowan.
Portland will take that. They'll take a 7-yard gain and keep that clock moving. They're perfectly happy with that. And TA is not in any hurry here. Down 3 scores with 4.5 to go. You would think that they would have had a couple plays called already.
A very well-coached team. Kirk Agresti, Doug Cropper. We'll get a couple more names here in a moment.
Sunderland again. Boy, he's just not getting anywhere up the middle.
Well, there you go. Once again, you get Cartaluca that time. And also in on that, number 55, Dominic Huntington and company. Yeah. Other coaches, by the way, Dave LaPole, DeAndre Morgan, our old friend from Portland Little League in Portland, Brian Morrison, Jack Morrison, Greg Parody, Josh Pulsifer, Steve Stinson, Nick Tabor, and of course head coach Kevin Kiesal. 3rd and 2, ball on the 44. Benoit has an open player, and he overthrew Nathan Neely.
I think he got a little flustered. They thought the rush was coming, but It really didn't. You saw Alex Martin setting the edge. You saw Alex Martin setting the edge down there, and he just didn't come. And I think Benoit thought it was gonna go out that way or get the rush, and it never happened.
So it'll be 4th and 2, Dave. Ball in the 44. A very, very big stand again here for the Dogs.
Ball's out.
Oh my gosh, it's a fumble. It's Portland ball. Oh my goodness.
That was just again, I think TA is just getting very flustered at this point. They haven't been down this much all year, and at their when they needed a first down, they needed a couple of yards. The ball was just laying there on the ground. I don't know what happened.
Well, 1st and 10, Dave. Ball on the 44-yard line. Portland's got it. 3.5 minutes left. Thornton, maybe has one more timeout to go, and Thurston holds the ball and is taken down by Zach Nelson.
Yeah, I don't think they even wanted to hand that ball off. At this point right now, you're up 3 scores. You've got the ball at midfield. You just want to burn clock. TA only had one more timeout to go, and really Portland is just waiting for this celebration to begin. And that's what they're going to do here. They're just going to they're going to take the 5-yard penalty. I would have thought they'd call timeout. Delay. They took the 5-yard delay a game. I would have thought that they take the timeout just before there. They have 3 of them remaining. But again, I think at this point with 2:55 to go, you take a basically snap it back to Louis, let him run.
Why not? We got McGowan in the backfield now with Louis Thurston. McGowan will go straight up the middle with it. And it takes a few to bring him down, including Rasheen Dotson.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of surprised they took the penalty instead of taking a timeout. You take the timeout now you're talking 3rd and 5, 3rd and manageable.
Right, it's 3rd and 9
and you can
now.
possibly just run this out and take knees.
Instead, it's 3rd and 9, ball on the 43-yard line. 2:11 left.
They are not putting this ball in the air.
No, this time they're going to give it to Jones on the jet sweep, and he's going to be swarmed. The question is now, are they going to just try to keep the ball, or are they going to try to punt it down to the end zone?
They'll run as much time as they can. I think I would punt here. I mean, they've only had the one block that was in the end zone, but that was a little different circumstance. So I think Portland will just let this clock run all the way down and then punt it with about 1:10 to go, 1:20 to go, somewhere in that range. Yep, there's the count from the back judge. They're just going to let this go, and they do take a timeout this time.
Yeah, with 1:14 left, we'll stay with you. Dave, you're pulling double duty here on camera as well, as Ali Al-Najafi has gone down to the field to hopefully celebrate with his team.
Yeah, we can't keep him up here. So he's down there. He did a great job all year for us. He's been phenomenal. Learned on the job from the beginning and just been really great. Giving us a lot of insight too into what the team wants to do. Pays attention during those meetings. Really a smart kid, and we hope to see him on the field next year.
And we also want to send our thanks to Nick Cliche, assistant coach, all season long. He's just been so terrific helping us with the scouting reports and such, and just really terrific. Here we go, 4th and 8.
114, they're not going to punt. They're going to go. They're just going to run.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Louis Thurston run. Oh, they're going to throw.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Why not? Oh, Viola.
Just outside of the outstretched arm of Brody Viola. So with 1:09 left, Thornton's going to get the ball.
I mean, why not? At that point, if it's intercepted, okay, it's as good as a punt. You may as well try it. And he got that ball out quick. Max protect, one-man pattern. Viola was the only one out there, and he almost had him. So 1:09 to go before the party begins.
And here's Sunderland, and he's brought down by Rodriguez and Viola and Luca.
Boy, Sunderland doesn't know that they're down 2 scores or 3 scores. He is running hard.
He got a nice 7-yard pickup there to match his last pickup of 7. 2nd and 3, ball on the 49-yard line. 42 seconds left. Wyatt Benoit's going to go deep.
Oh, Charlie Abrams and Thompson tripped.
Yeah, and ultimate.
Wow.
Boy,
look at that
it
fight.
takes so many people to take down Neely.
What a fight that was. Late flag comes out, too.
Maybe it'll be a horse call. We'll see.
I don't know. Neely was just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting there. He came, Abrams and Thompson slipped a little bit trying to come back for that ball. Had the open receiver there.
No flag.
No flag. They're going to wave that off. I didn't know what was what the flag was for. It was a little late if there was going to be anything, maybe a taunting or something like that, or an unsportsmanlike conduct, but the refs waved it off.
So that was about a 20-yard pickup. And it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. 27 seconds left. Here's Benoit. This time, Neely could not make the one-handed catch.
He really tried. So Portland right here, all they're doing is they're just keeping everything in front of them. TA just wants to get that last score to make it a more respectable ball game. They're not quitting.
Yeah, Benoit just throws it up in the air and actually completes the pass. Jones tackles Braden Hooper.
Yeah, just kind of threw it up for prayer there and actually got the nice completion down the sideline. Again, keeping everything in front of them. Portland is perfectly fine with anything that happens here. I'm sure they don't want to give up a score.
15 seconds, 35-14 is the score. Dogs in front.
Here's that option play.
Yeah, Benoit goes one way, goes the other, finds some room outside, and goes out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and about 6.
So Portland really took them to the end of the game to figure out how to defend that play. And did it great right there.
You have a flag on the play.
That's going to be on TA, maybe a hold. And that's one of those rough plays on an offensive lineman. The offensive linemen are taught to block, and as long as your hands are inside the shoulder pads, referees will not call holding. However, when Benoit cut back to the other side, now all of a sudden, defender is trying to go a completely different way. Sunderland's going to get the touchdown here. Oh,
well, no, he's not. Because he's going to be tackled by Brody Viola and company, and that's going to do it. It's been since 2002 since the Bulldogs have won the state championship, and they've done it now. The Portland Bulldogs are state Class A champions, 35-14. The gold ball is ours, Dave.
What a ball game. This Portland team could not be denied. They just played strong team football. Like their motto says, 11 as one, and really this is more like 60 as one. This entire team just played a phenomenal game.
It's been 22 years since the Portland Bulldogs have won a state championship, and their nemesis in state championship after state championship has been Thornton Academy. This year, the victory goes to Sean Green, his coaches, his team. The Portland Bulldogs are state champions. And now let's go to John Paradise, who's going to do the presentation of the gold ball.
The state championship is one of high expectations and high emotions on this game. Include memories of all the victories and accomplishments that led to this opportunity to represent your region in this state championship game. Members of the NBA Football Committee are at midfield for the presentation of the awards. First, let's honor the runners-up. On behalf of the Maine Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, with the captains of the Golden Trojans of Thornton Academy, please come forward. Please accept this plaque as the runners-up for the 2024 NBA Maine State Class A Football State Championship. Congratulations to the Golden Trojans of Thornton Academy. And now, with the captains of the Bulldogs of Portland High School, please come forward. On behalf of the Maine Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, our pleasure to present the state championship gold ball trophy to the 2024 state champion Class A football Portland High School Bulldogs. Congratulations, state champions. On behalf of the Maine Principals Association and the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety, remember, in order to celebrate your achievements, you must get home safely. Congratulations again to the runners-up from Thornton Academy and the state champions for 2024, the Portland High School Bulldogs.
Oh my goodness, Dave, a 22-year drought ended. The Portland Bulldogs with a resounding victory today, and they win the state championship. Let's just say, first half, 59 yards passing, 135 yards total, but 248 offensive yards in the second half. They really poured it on.
Yeah, they really did. This offense really just got into gear, and they hit a couple long passes, a big run. They just kept going and going. All those runs up the middle, they didn't go anywhere, but they just kept softening up that defense, and when they took their shots, they hit.
Louis Thurston had that big 81-yard touchdown run and 64-yard touchdown touchdown pass to Aiden McGowan. Of course, Jones had his at least two touchdowns today, as he always does. And they really, on the flip side, they really held Thornton in check today. The biggest gain all day was, 23-yard and 21-yard runs by Sunderland. One of them a touchdown, but they really held them in check.
Yeah, really did. That defense was stout all game. You saw those runs. Sunderland loves to bang up the middle, and really there was only like 2 or 3 yards at a pop. They couldn't get anything really going until they went to that really option run play, and they hit on that a couple times. But other than that, passing game was nothing until it was kind of forced to throw at the end of the game, and they just were very, very one-dimensional all game. And I think that's because the Portland coaching staff did this. They put their kids in the right position, and these kids executed.
Folks, that's going to wrap up a tremendous season for Dave Levine and me. We're so happy to bring you all of the games this year. We thank all of the people that helped us this year, from John Kilbride to John Roderick, and Jason McLeod helped out, and we're really very, very appreciative of all of that. Nick Cleach, you are one helpful dude and a great coach to boot, and we thank you for that. So, for Dave Levine, Mike Hoffer, Ali Al-Najafi, our station manager Henry Guillo, we're going to say so long from Fitzpatrick Stadium, where today the Portland Football Bulldogs are state Class A champions. Good day.